All right, folks, Tony Dole doing another rant. It's going to be on them transgender athletes. You knew it was coming. So, look here, folks. Here's my solution. Okay, let me give you the scenario. High school track team stars, two transgender males, they were males trying to be women, jumped into the women's a running competition. And of course, they dominated. You know, they took first and second place. Of course, they did. And they were way ahead of the actual women running. And here's what I find sad about that. You know, these kids in high school are running that track like that, and they got scouts in the stands. They're scouts in the stands. And these kids are trying to get a scholarship to go to whatever university they want to go to. And, you know, then they're coming in, you know, instead of, first and second, now they're coming in third and fourth, you know, and that don't look as good on a college, you know, to a college scout. I mean, I'm sure, well, at least I hope the scouts knew that those are guys running against girls. They've also got an NCAA, a collegiate wrestler. He was a guy that went in and became a girl, or not the whole procedure, but identified as a girl. And he goes on this wrestling against girls. This guy was a massive dude, you know. And he goes on and he beats these girls in wrestling. Of course, he dominates on the field. Look, folks, men and women are different. I don't care how you look at it. You want to be transgender. Here's my deal. Okay, you want to be transgender, compete against other transgender athletes. That's simple. Have their own section set up for them. No worries. It's not segregation because we got the men's section, we got the women's section, we got the transgender section. There you go. You want to identify as transgender, you compete in the transgender division. You don't compete in a division where you're going to dominate a male in a woman's sport. You know, that's like putting Michael Jordan in the WNBA or Curry or, you know, any of his Shaq, you know. What if Shaq identified as a girl and decided to go into the WNBA? He would destroy every female there. That's just how it is, you know. How about putting, some of these girls into the NFL? You know what I mean? What if a girl identified as a guy decided to go into the NFL? And one of those 350-pound linebackers just laid her down on the ground. You know, straight hit, you know, from one of those 350-pound monsters, it's going to do some damage. Look, we're built differently. That's how it is. It doesn't matter if you change your sexual organ. That don't matter. Or if you identify or feel feminine or whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change your makeup, you know, your insides. It don't change that. There's nothing you can do to change it. Nothing. You can't change your Y or X chromosome. You can't do it. So you're going to be bigger, you're going to be stronger if you're a male that identifies as a female. That's just how it is. You know, that's the way it goes. You know, that's why there's no females in the male powerlifting division. You know, it's a woman is not going to throw, 700 pounds up on her shoulder, 800 pounds, whatever they're doing. I mean, sure, women are strong. I'm not saying they're not, you know, and women absolutely. You know, women should absolutely be given the right opportunities that men are and compete in sports, but against other women. You go to competing against men, a woman competing against a man is going to fail if he's at the top of his game, she's at the top of her game. Yeah, the dude's going to win. It's that simple. What if you took Mike Tyson and put him in against like a female boxer, you know? Do you think that woman is going to defeat Mike Tyson? You know, there was men that couldn't defeat Mike Tyson. So, I mean, that's all I'm saying, folks. So here's how it's going to go. Here's what I say. If you want to go ahead and compete as a transgender in a transgender category. Don't try to be a man competing against women because you know you're going to win. That's just how it is. I mean, you're going to reign supreme in that, absolutely. But it's not fair. You know, like the guy that identified as a girl that was racing against the other girls or women, excuse me, in the bicycling. I don't know what the fuck they call that. You know, where they ride the bicycles. Of course, he dominated. That's how it is. I mean, you know, his legs are stronger, his hips are narrower. He's built for that. Women, a little bit different. You know, they got wider hips. It's just that there's a whole scientific thing that goes with it. I was reading it on the internet, and you do it too. Look it up, research. That's what I always say. So I'm going to say this, folks. This is the rant of Tony Doles. Here's what I'm saying. You want to make it fair. You want to make life fair. Come on, but let's just go ahead, and it's not segregation. It's allowing them to compete fairly. Make a transgender category. Am I wrong? Am I wrong, folks? Tony Dole's told you. Let's see if we can get that done.